Well, hey, Ben. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. I have been giving you guys a few lives today. Okay, it has been a good day so far. Okay, so yeah, I'm back again for another quick chat with you guys. But before we get into the quick chat, for real, okay. First things first, we got some announcements, honey. Please know that the Ooh Ladies First panel will be over on Nisi's channel tonight. We do have some special shows coming up during the month of December. Okay, so tonight we will be on Nisi's channel, and then on Thursday we will be over on Bondi's channel. Okay, so please make sure that you guys tune in after this is over with and catch us over there on Nisi's channel. Okay, period. And yes, spicy fries, I know YouTube be shady, girl. That's how they be, girl. They don't be wanting to send out the notifications, honey. That's why y'all gotta make sure y'all follow me on Twitter and other social media platforms, honey. Girl, YouTube be getting real shady. And now they do this thing where they like jumble up all of the videos that you probably made that day, and then they send it out like as a package. Like, oh, this person uploaded 3 videos. I guess that's better than them not sending out the notification as a whole. But anyway, honey, we're gonna go ahead and get into some things, right? Okay, so first thing I want to talk about real quick, y'all, is this show right here. Black Ink Crew Chicago. I've been kind of checking out the season, and I saw the season finale last night, and I just wanted to say a few things. Number one, I feel like, for the entire time that Black Ink Crew Chicago has been on, Charmaine has been my fave down to the ground. I have loved me some Charmaine. However, Charmaine has been going through some stuff on this season, and I ain't been liking it. The way she been coming for Prince and the relationship and stuff, I feel away, because how I'm feeling is, give me one second. How I'm feeling is, if you've had this information about Prince low-key, high-key cheating on your homegirl, then why would you wait until he crosses you for you to tell your friend what he was out here doing in these streets or whatever? So I didn't really like that. It just gave me the fact that, you know, unfortunately, Charmaine lost her mom, and she was going through the struggles with her dad. And it just seemed like it gave me a little bit of misery loves company. So she was just not in a happy space. So she was spewing out a lot of negativity. And I didn't really, I didn't like that at all. I ain't like how she handled this situation. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I still wonder, was anything happening between Drea and Prince? I mean, they looked a bit convincing, like nothing was happening between them, but IDK. Now, Prince, you was wrong as hell knowing that this girl is pregnant with your child. And just because you salty and you mad at the fact that she choosing her friend Charmaine over you, at least that's how it's coming off, for you to ignore her calls and stuff, right? So what ended up happening was, the time that the girl, Charmaine's friend, was blowing up Prince, because Charmaine's friend was dating Prince. She got pregnant by Prince. She's blowing up Prince's phone. Prince was not answering the phone. At this point, she's feeling alone. She's feeling like she's going to have to be a single mom all by herself and stuff. And what ended up happening? She ended up aborting the child. Okay, so when he came back into the picture, it was like, yeah, I was pregnant, but I'm not pregnant anymore. And he was really upset and really hurt by that. And he's gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to deal with that, because you were showing, really, to me, in all honesty, he was showing her how present he was gonna be. Like, granted, he is there for his kids and stuff, but at the same time, you're showing me that you're immature and you're highly aware of the fact that this lady is carrying your child. So I ain't like that at all. I ain't like how he handled that. So I couldn't really be mad at her for making that decision. But I do feel like if she really wanted his input, she could have left that on the voicemail, right? And it didn't sound like she left any voice messages or sent him any text messages. She could have said, hey, I'm considering, doing away with the child. If you want to have some input on this, I think you need to reach out to me, right? So maybe if she would have said that, he would have reached out. But at the same time, period, he should have been answering the phone, all because he felt like he didn't have anything nice to say to her. Okay, I would still be a man enough to have some type of conversation. So there's that. Another thing I wanted to highlight was the fact that Kat and Charmaine was supposed to be getting on better terms. But it seems like Nick went on to social media talking this big talk. Nick, you got to understand, dear heart, that you are on the show by way of association, because you dated Charmaine and now you married to her. Like, these relationships and friendships have been around prior to y'all, being together. So I didn't really like that he was talking cash money. I felt like that was messed up, especially if hopefully maybe he didn't know, But hopefully he knew that his wife was trying to form a friendship again with old girl. So why would you go and do that? So I feel like that was shady. That was messy. Another thing I did not like that he did was Charmaine addressing Dawn about her sucking on a van or whatever the rumors were years ago, a long time ago, and now y'all want to bring this to the forefront. Now y'all want to make this an issue. Yeah, it sounds like Neek. I don't know what Neek had going on, but I was with Dawn when Dawn was flexing up like he was about to smack the out of Neek. I was definitely here for Dawn because it's like, baby, if you had an issue, you should have addressed that issue then. Okay. You should have brought that up at that time. Don't be trying to bring it up. And then why would you bring that up at your wife's event? Or why would she even want to bring something up like that? First of all, Dawn gave her some sage and got her some crystals. All about the positivity and bringing in good energy. Here she go, bringing in some bad energy, talking about a situation that happened oh so long ago, and they want to rectify it. All this time, y'all live in Chicago, dear. Y'all could have been addressed this issue. So I didn't like that at all. Prosperity Thick Girl says, hey, Jamie, that's me. You should have gave the option. Don't even care on the poll. What? Should have gave what option? Oh, I should have gave the I don't even care. Hilarious. Oh my God. I mean, I guess you could put not sure girl or I guess just not do anything. I put a poll up there for you guys asking whether or not you believe Jussie Smollett is guilty, not guilty, or you are not sure. Okay, so there's that. But I just wanted to give y'all my little tidbits regarding Black Ink Crew Chicago because it was a mess and I was feeling a way about Charmaine. Like, girl, I want you to go somewhere, sit down and heal. Because I don't really like it. I don't even know what jamithatsme is talking about, but she makes me interested. Why I appreciate you for listening because we're about to go ahead and transition into some other stuff you may or may not be familiar with. We got to talk about this man right here. His name is Nathaniel Sutherland. Okay. This man, if for those of y'all don't know, and I tried to find a better picture of him because the picture they had, I'm like, we need a current picture to see what this man looking like. Okay, so if you're walking down on the street, y'all know what he looked like, period. So Nathan was a nurse out in Arizona at one point, right? And unfortunately, he took it upon himself to violate, if y'all can catch it, okay, violate this young woman that had been in this facility because at one point she ended up, well, she was real young. So first of all, she's been in this facility for years. Let me see how many years she's been here. It's really been like all her life. Okay. So how old was she? Okay. So she's been in this facility for 26 years, y'all, because when she was a child, she had a drowning incident that almost, took her out of here. So she ended up being disabled. It kind of left some of her body parts, unfunctionable or whatever. So she's been put in this facility to be seen after and to take care of, right? Well, he decided to do more than that and take advantage of her. And unfortunately, he ended up getting her pregnant, right? So imagine that. Like, I don't know if her parents are around or they look after her or they take care of her, but girl, I would be blowing that healthcare facility down to the ground, baby. We would have some issues. They're saying a former Arizona male nurse pleaded guilty Thursday to SAing an incapacitated woman roughly 3 years ago at Hacienda Healthcare, a long-term facility in Phoenix. Okay, defendant Nathan Sutherland also entered a guilty plea, as he should have. You ain't had no choice. Okay. You ain't had no choice, all right? To an abuse of a vulnerable adult charge stemming from his treatment of the woman. What else? They're saying that the charge that they're giving him could range between the years of 5 and 10 years being locked up. And I feel like that's really generous, the fact that you took advantage of this lady. This lady was giving birth to a child she didn't even know that she was giving birth to. Okay, until one of the nurses came in there and they were changing her garments and stuff. And that's when they realized, oh my God, this lady is having she's about to have a baby. So that's how they found out. And then they had to run some DNA tests and they did the DNA test and it showed that he was the father of the patient's baby. Like, what kind of SHI is that? And he only get a few years? I don't like that. But because he violated a person that was in the healthcare facility, he is going to be on probation for the rest of his life. And I'm like, and you mean to tell me he also going to be contributing them funds to whichever family gets custody of that child, whether the child's in foster care? I don't know if they gave the child to her mom or what. But the girl, I guess, ever since 3 years old, she almost drowned. So she's been in the hospital for like 26 years. And at that time, she was 29 when this incident took place. Girl, whoo, whoo, girl, somebody need to fold him. Do you hear me? I'm talking about fold his stuff like that right there, girl. I would have been running amok all throughout that day. It wouldn't even be no hacienda, girl. It wouldn't even be one of them type of healthcare facilities. Yes, Kimberly, you got another live. Yes, honey. But I had to bring this story to y'all so y'all know, y'all be familiar with this disgusting individual here. And there's a that's on that. Give me 1 second, child. What I got next for y'all? If I can, girl, see how the system be over here acting, honey. I cannot take it. Let me see. What else do we have over here? Girl, the system is over here trying to freeze on the girl, and I really feel a way about it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Another individual we have here, we definitely got to talk about this man. His name is George Capiasso or something like that. I think that's right. I think it's George Capiasso. But anyway, so he is a Sony executive. And girl, they done caught him over here engaging in, text messaging and everything, trying to lure a young child to him. Girl, they done exposed the text messages and everything. So you better believe Sony PlayStation has fired his, as they should have, you disgusting prick. Girl, I don't be understanding what's be going on with these people. This man, George Casiopo, girl, I can't even, I just had the name earlier today. But George C. is the senior vice president from the team behind PlayStation. So you over here making games for the kids and trying to play with the kids too? Lord help us, please, honey. He had been with the company for more than 8 years, child. So somebody was scamming him, messaging him, acting like they was a 15-year-old. Then they went to go and link up with the man. And once they went to go link up with him, he realized that it wasn't what he thought it was. And so they put the camera all in his face, like, you want to come out, you want to have a conversation. And the man just kept walking in the house. He gave him a wrong name. I think he said his name was like Jeff or something like that. Never gave the real name. But, based on the face, people were able to find out exactly who he is. Okay, so he has been fired, as he should be. And I don't know what else gonna come for that, baby. But you got to be careful. He probably got some kids or grandkids around the same age. I can't. I agree, Bria. The guy, Nathaniel, the previous guy before I put this guy up, he definitely should have gotten more than 10 years, but he's being charged between 5 and 10. I don't know what this man finna be going through over here. I don't know. Right now, he's going through public humiliation. Now, if anybody's going to try to press charges or do anything, that'll be to come at a later time. Fedora said, honey, the world is going up in flames, period. Simone said, I watched a lot of these videos on exposing the industry, and it's entirely too easy for the people to prey on kids. It really, really is. It really is entirely too easy, too easy. What you mean it's a lot different being in Europe? What that mean? I don't know what she meant by that. It's a lot different being in Europe. But let's go ahead and talk about Chris Cuomo real quick. Because y'all know his brother, what's his brother name? Andrew Cuomo? Cuomo. I think I'm saying it right, Cuomo. So Chris Cuomo has been fired from CNN. Now, at first he was put on suspension, right? He was put on suspension because they needed to do some investigations regarding his involvement with his brother's case. Y'all know his brother was accused of what? I'm going to say SA, or maybe it was misconduct. It was the SEX misconduct, I believe, his brother got. And I guess he was trying to help his brother out to do something. So they brought in their own team of lawyers or whoever, CNN, to do their own investigation, suspending him for roughly 4 to 5 days, maybe like a week, and then came back and said, oh, baby, no, you fired. You got to go. Yeah, we're going to catch you on the flip there. So he ended up getting fired. And now what they're saying is, which is interesting. Let me say this. Shortly after he got fired, and I really feel like I heard this prior to his firing, they were talking about him himself also being faced with SEX misconduct, honey. which is very interesting to me. That's crazy because, you know, America grew to like both of the brothers, especially as we saw them like nitpick and do all of that stuff on TV. And they were very vocal about some of the things they had to say about Trump. And then shortly thereafter, here it is, for what, like a year later or so, you guys are both being forced out of your jobs and both being accused of misconduct in some fashion. Girl, that's crazy. But y'all know what else is even more crazy is the fact that CNN has said that they're not going to pay him his severance package. He's not getting like a severance pay or anything. He also lost the book deal that he had on the table. And I just kind of wondered about that. So like how y'all revoke his severance package. I'm wondering how that plays out. I'm like, y'all gonna have to give him something, right? Y'all can't just like, you know, take it off the table completely, but IDK. But what I do hear is that he planning on suing them because he had an $18 million contract. Brother was making money. You hear me? So he's definitely planning on suing them. So we're gonna see how that's gonna play out for Chris. I don't know what to be true, y'all. I really, really don't. I know a lot of times we like to say we want to believe the victims and everything before we believe anybody else. I'm going to sit back and watch is what I'm going to do. I ain't really placing no belief in nobody in this moment. It's just, for me, it's just so much of the irony. It's just a lot of the irony. I'm not saying whoever the accusers are or victims are, I'm not saying they lying. I'm just saying I'm finna sit back and observe and see how this is gonna play out. I would love to know y'all thoughts about this. Okay, do y'all feel like they probably being set up? Because a lot of people are believing that they're being set up because it's just too similar in a short amount of time. Hey Cheryl, what's going on? They probably have a morality clause in the contract. You know what? They probably do. But if you got a good attorney, I always feel like there's a law for a law, meaning there's a law or a clause that goes around something else. So if he got a good attorney, they probably can dig deep enough to be able to make sure they award him something. Right? Yeah, the timing is crazy. And I could have sworn like the misconduct stuff dropped before the helping of his brother dropped. So if the misconduct information dropped prior to him wanting to help his brother out, y'all still was willing to keep him on the job. But then now you find out that I guess he was, you know, I don't know if he was tampering with evidence or if he was intimidating somebody. Then now you want to try and release him. Something's a little off by that, and I think he probably gonna get some money. It may be under the table though. It might be, you know what I'm saying? They may try and keep it out in the court, settle or something like that. But I feel like that man probably gonna win him something. He been with that company too long. I don't know, Simone. I don't even know if it was witness tampering or what. It was like a very vague article. They really didn't go into detail. They just said that he had involvement in aiding his brother in his own, sexual allegations. And I really do wonder, how is that the case? Was he doing research for the brother? Was he walking around asking questions of people? Like, what was he doing? And if they ain't got no hardcore proof for real on that part, then he probably got, yet again, he probably got a good case. We're going to see. I want to see. Right. Right, in Aries. Yes, honey. Child, it's messy. Correct. Yep, they did. They took his severance pay and he lost the book deal as well. After this situation, as he's working with his attorneys or whatever he's going to do, I probably would sit back. I would just sit back and chill. I mean, he probably could go on and create his own platform because now I feel like he got a lot of eyes on him. People, whether they like you or not, they're going to be wanting to listen and hear what it is that you got to say. So, I mean, if he wants to go create his own platform and work over there, I think he had to put down a show that he was working on Sirius as well. I think that show went away due to the misconduct allegations. So, I mean, he could create his own platform in some capacity, child. I don't know, girl. He probably gonna make him a little spot over here on YouTube, honey. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling, dear hearts. Ain't no telling, but we'll see how that's gonna play out for Mr. Cuomo and his brother and stuff like that, because this is messy, girl. This is messy. I think they had a lot of people that came out against his brother, though. I think it was a lot of women. A lot of women said that he made like advances or something like that towards them. Girl, listen, this messy. They trying to get Don Lemon now too. You know what? I think I saw that. I think I saw something about Don Lemon. You know who they got before? They got Cuomo. What's that man name? He's hosted Basketball Wives, and I could not stand him as the host on Basketball Wives. I was like, you gotta go. What's that black guy? Because he was also telling his story. I didn't get a chance to catch it, but he also got fired from CNN as well. So, girl, they've been trying to basically get out all the old people. Let me tell you, the young folks that came in there interning, they so happy, baby. Because that was the only way David's going to take a position, honey, is if somebody else got up off the table. Mark Lamont Hill, thank you so much, Simone. Thank you, KB. That's him, girl. That's him. But he was also released, child. But I think Lamont's still out here, getting work, still out here doing stuff. I just hope that the work he going to be getting won't be Basketball Wives come next season. Y'all can choose somebody else for that. Okay, he was trying to find dirt on the ladies and see if he could get them to change their mind for a little money. Is that what he was doing? Now, don't be up here lying now, Prosperity. Now, what's that what he was doing for real, for real? Somebody said they could come and get done. I'm so sick of him. Yeah, it definitely does sound like CNN is cleaning house, and they are not playing, honey. Remember Cuomo versus Trump, the earlier days in 2019? Yeah, they didn't like him. That's why I feel like it's the irony for me. And it seems like it could possibly be a setup, but I am going to sit back, and watch it all play out because some not adding up. Not Dom Lemon. I can't. Nah, yeah. Mark Lamont Hill, yeah. He's still working, but he ain't working for CNN, so he kind of like talked about that. So there's that. Let's move on to somebody else, y'all, real quick. Let's talk about Nick. Now, first we're gonna get the sad part out the way. Unfortunately, Nick Cannon took to his show where he announced that his baby boy Zen passed away. Really sad moment. That man was up there crying and everything. I'm not going to judge him for being at work because everybody handles and deals with, the passing and death and everything. Like they deal with that stuff differently, and he probably already knew that this was what was coming. I'm sure the doctor already told him it's not much we can do for the child, because what the child, he had something that was like it was like a brain cancer. It was called hydrocephalus. It's the buildup of fluid in the cavities deep within the brain. The excessive fluid increases the size of the ventricles and puts pressure on the brain. Oh, I hate that. Y'all, that baby was suffering. That baby was going through a whole lot. I be seeing stuff like that on TikTok. It's really sad. I really, 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 really hate that. That is terrible. But yeah, unfortunately, he lost his son. He talked about it. His child was like 5 months old, and I believe this was the youngest baby that he had. And I really feel for the mom. That's just terrible. Like anytime to lose a child, whether it's a miscarriage, it's a stillbirth, anytime, any age, it's always hard. Like imagine that you've carried this child for so long. You've given birth, you get some terrible news, and you only get to be with the child for 5 months. Like I can imagine what she's mentally going through. So I really hate that. So it was some type of brain tumor. It was a cancer, and I just, Lord have mercy. And it's crazy, honestly, y'all, when I see the comments of a lot of people saying, Nick, I'm so sorry for your loss, right? And I get it. I understand that everybody's sorry for his loss, but it's just the way the comments coming in, especially after pics and everything leaked, right? It's like, I got you. Anything you need, Nick, I'm here for you, Nick. Call me. Like it's the extraness of it all. And Nick Cannon was on his show yesterday, and he was up there doing the most, honey, and that Tatty Whacker was tatty whacking. Okay, through them pants, at least that's what it looked like. But then also there was a real live image that ended up being leaked out. And Nick is a part of the club. Nick is a part of the big people club, okay? Nick Nick is there. He got it. Okay. So we understand why all the ladies are out here just having babies. But let me tell you, some of these ladies say, I'm next in line. I'm next in line. Please let me know when, what contract do I need to sign to be signed up? Nick has the energy, people. Okay, so it makes sense. And the hilarious part was the people talking about how I bet you all these ladies go learn all the raps to his songs and stuff, because I know he always get clowned for his raps and not knowing how to rap and stuff. But that was hilarious. I'm more so thinking about the individuals of Wild 'N Out, because y'all know I likes that show. That's the show, whatever. I ain't really been featuring this season because I don't like the difference of how they did it. But anyway, I'm wondering, how are the ladies handling seeing their boss exposed like this? Like, how do you just go to work and just act like everything is okay? How do you just, hey, what up, boss? Like, no. Did you need anything? Did you need coffee? Are you, oh, okay. Oh, you want me to go back to the dressing? Oh, okay. I just wanted to see if you needed something. Like, how do you just go back to normal after that? That's really difficult. Okay. If you didn't think he was attractive before, when you see that, it's kind of like, you know what? He cute. Yeah, he ain't that bad like I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely thangin'. The thang was a thangin' for sure. Okay. Me too. I had to look twice and quickly. I had to look twice and look quick. He's gonna get them ratings up now. Listen, I said, Nick, his week is starting off all over the place. Okay, 1 minute he's on a high, 1 minute he's on the low. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen by the end of the week. You know, it's a lot going on in Nick's life, but I do hope the ladies do not use this as an opportunity for them to hop in this man DM, trying to give him some condolences and stuff for his child, only to, you know what I'm saying, try and slide in his bed later. We see y'all. Y'all know how y'all be trying to use people during the grieving processes and stuff to slide through. Okay. Period. Child. All right. Look, right. That's exactly what's gonna happen, Omar. Y'all better not look. Y'all gonna end up pregnant. Conclusion: we need other angles to know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Hilarious, child. Oh, miss, honey, a miss. But yeah, Nick is packing. Nick has a cannon for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's move on, honey. Let's talk about Doja Cat and Beyonce, because I saw a tweet, and it seemed like a tweet that's been going around, saying that Doja Cat has the capabilities to be on the level of Beyonce. I have to hear you all's thoughts. Please hop in the comments with your thoughts about this, because for me, I disagree. I do not think that she will ever be on Beyonce's level, but I think that she will always be on whatever level Doja Cat wants to be on. I think that she's going to be extremely successful, as she already is. But when it comes to Beyonce, I just kind of feel like, how can you be on the level of a person that paved the way for you? Right? So it's kind of like Beyonce can never be on the level of a Mariah Carey or a Whitney Houston or a Tina Turner. They paved it for you. You can't be up there with Diana Ross. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like that's like saying Chris Brown is going to be on the level of Michael Jackson. As people have said in the past, no, he's not. Right? Chris Brown is extremely talented despite his flaws. But dear, you are Chris Brown and Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson, just like Doja is Doja. And Beyonce is Beyonce. And I just don't think that she's going to get to Beyonce's level. And the reason why I feel like Beyonce's level is so different for me, this woman was a part of a group, and a lot of people don't understand this. Beyonce was a part of multiple groups. Girl Time, that I believe transitioned into Destiny's Child, which transitioned into Destiny's Child again, DC3. Right? Because she's had to go through some things with her group members and still be able to persevere. So I just like Doja Cat came in the game, you know, by herself. Not saying she won't go through her own struggles and stuff, because she will, and she probably currently is. And we know she going through the struggles, or has, because of the stuff that she said in that live chat when she got on there talking all their racial stuff. So yeah, we hear you, but Doja would never. Okay, I don't care what nobody talking about. She would never. But she could be on the level of Doja Cat, which is rising. Like, I mean, I think she's doing great for herself. Ain't Doja only got like 2 albums though, girl? Listen, I thought she had one. I honestly don't even know. I haven't downloaded any albums, but I have checked out some of the stuff that she's released. And I mean, she's not that bad. She kind of growing on me. Doja Cat could never stop the world like Beyonce. Beyonce is the reason why new music is released on Fridays and not Tuesdays anymore. Ooh. Beyonce is also the reason, to me, that people just drop music without an announcement, because everybody else got to do these promo tours and stuff. Beyonce could drop something tonight and it's going to go. It's going to go. I don't think that Doja is at that place yet. And I also feel like they should have never said that, because I wouldn't want that to get in Doja's head to where she feels like she has to perform at a certain standard so that she can meet whatever the status is people think that she should be at or she will be at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let that lady do her in the way that she's going to do her, so she could pave a way for other people like Beyonce paved way for her and those before her and those before her. Like, calm down, people. I literally know 1.5 Doja songs. I need to check her out. Yeah, check her out. I agree. They're so different. Doja will be successful, but Beyonce is in her own lane. Doja can be in her own lane as well. Agreed, 100%. 100%. I agree with that. She will become influential, but I find it nonsensical to compare artists. Doja has a long way to go. I agree. And then that's another thing. I mean, the person did say that she could be on the level, I believe, of Beyonce. I think the term was could. But yeah, like, look at the time span of when Beyonce came in the game. Y'all got to understand, social media and TikTok make people pop so much. It makes them pop so much bigger than what they are. Like, I feel like, what's that girl, Coi Leray? I feel like she got the popping because of damn TikTok. If not, like, and then a lot of these artists that are out now got to popping because of YouTube. Beyonce and them didn't have that. And the way these music record labels and stuff are changing, they want to hop on you as soon as you become a trend. And as soon as you become a trend, then they try to, ride off on that wave. So it's like, no, like, Beyonce is that girl. Like, let's not do that. Like, she came in at a different time, and to come in at the time that she came in and she, persevered so many different things in her musical career, and she's still out here being successful as hell, still being the talks of conversation, and baby girl hasn't dropped the album in some time. Yeah, no. Now, y'all probably could have put her up there with Rihanna. Knock who's there? Y'all probably could have put Doja up there with Rihanna. And if you ask me, she still wouldn't be seeing Rihanna. But you should have went through Rihanna before you went up there to Beyonce. But that's just me, girl. That's just me. I do feel like Doja would outperform Rihanna, though. I do. I don't really see Rihanna do a whole lot of dance moves and all that like Doja does. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Doja has the benefit of not even being a crossover. She's been solidified pop from the beginning. White people know Beyonce, but much fewer could name 3 Destiny's Child songs. Doja is good, though. I heard so much about her that I checked her out and I like her. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Beyonce had to scrape it together like the rent was due. They didn't have a choice of being whack but popular. Not saying Doja is whack, though. No, I know. I understand what you're saying, D. I understand exactly what you're saying. I love Doja. I hate that she feels like she can't enjoy her life because she doesn't get a break. Some of these record labels are trash. I believe that. I agree with that. I agree and believe, like, that's a lot of wear and tear on your body, because you got to look at how much energy it takes to put smiles on your face, because they're still human and they go through their human situations like everybody else, right? They probably got a family member that's stressing them out, or got this going on, got that going on. Then they pulled every which way. Like, I could just imagine. I can imagine what she got to go through. D says, nah, Doja does every genre. We can't say she's only pop. That's true. I said they need to create a genre called Pop and B. Does that make sense? Like R&B, but pop and B, because y'all put this woman in the R&B category, but if majority of her songs on her album is pop, then technically she's a pop artist. And if y'all don't know where to place her, then create a new category for her. Because I feel like there are going to be more Dojas that's going to kind of like pop up. And I feel like Normani probably could fit in that little arena as well. I feel like that Wild Side song was R&B, but then Motivation was giving me pop. So they may want to, think about that just a little bit. Okay. Those are just my thoughts. But let's switch over as we're speaking on Beyonce. L.A. Reid. He went on to The Real and he was asked about who would he like to see in the verses. Here we go again with this similar conversation of where people are, right? In their musical careers. He says that he wanted to see Beyonce and Mariah Carey do a versus. Absolutely not, sir. I don't know where you've been. You need to come here now. I disagree with that. Want to hear you all's thoughts about that, but I don't, Who could have competed with Mariah would have been Whitney. Now, if y'all just want to play their music back to back, possibly, and see, fine, but I feel like these two ladies are in their own lane and they are from two different types of generations, I feel. Okay. And I feel like Mariah Carey has lived through and performed gave us music, gave us song for different generations. So why would you sit up here and say that? I no. And for him to be like a music executive or Post or whatever, used to be a music executive, how dare you say that? How dare you say... Girl, I said, if he don't throw this away and stop playing, I know, and y'all already know how Mariah is, baby. Mariah is quick to act like she don't know somebody. Okay, you better not even dare try to put her in the same category as somebody else. Girl, when one of the guys she interviewed with recently, I think it was on ET or something, they asked her about her kids meeting up with Nick's other kids. Do you think that Mariah put herself in the same category as them ladies? She won't even do it there. Why the hell you think she finna do it in music? No, sir. She not gonna perform with Now I believe that Mariah respects Beyonce a lot, but if Mariah feels like she may have a little bit of like the audacity, I'm with Mariah. Mariah been around way longer than Beyonce and been giving the girls music forever. So yeah, that's not. I disagree. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, LA. You messy. I agree. Beyonce has her hive. Hold on, wait, girl. I get that, but people be acting like they don't know about Miss Mariah. Right. Correct all day long. So yeah, no, I feel like if anything, Mariah was one of the girls that paved the way for Beyonce and them to come through as well, just like Whitney Houston did. Like this, these are people that you can't do that. I know we keeping it black, but what about Janet Jackson versus Madonna, especially their videos? I can't deny that. I can't. And y'all tell me not. Tell me. That could possibly go. But I kind of rather see Janet Jackson and Paula Abdul. But I'm wondering, does Paula have the catalog to compete against Janet? But either way, the verses would hit. It would hit. Period. So, I mean, that's what I would rather see. But, I mean, some people may say Madonna, child. Until they make the versus battles on time, I don't want it. Good night. He better start putting on rules in place so that they can make the versus battle on time. Please, okay? And as much as they promote Ciroc, they need to limit the intake. Limit that intake. You better not take more than what you better not put the cup down. We got to go out here and perform. Come on. Mariah and Beyonce are totally different artists, different styles of artists. Mariah is an artist, okay? She would sit in a room and write and produce and perform a whole album. Let's not. You don't think Beyonce would do the same thing? I think they both can do that. However, I just think they're just two different, like you said, styles. Like, You want to see Backstreet Boys and NSYNC? I think that would be good. I do. Mariah has a memorable and meaningful music. Beyonce doesn't. Oh, girl, you're not going to play with To the Left, and Best I Ever Had. That's not nice. Dangerously in love. You're not going to do that today now. Mariah can sing live as well and can perform. Mariah and Celine Dion, maybe. I'll be watching that. I would watch that. I would watch that. I would watch that, child. I would watch that. I would watch that. I would be tuned in, honey. Mariah's pen game is something different, though. That's something Beyonce can never touch. Excuse me. Well, excuse me. Somebody said Mariah can't sing live no more. Girl, listen to me. Not no Adele versus Mariah. Two different genres. Y'all need to find somebody else for Adele to compete with. Now, see, had Chrisette Michele not win and got herself canceled, she probably could have been up here with Adele if y'all was out here buying her stuff. Lord have mercy, child. Lord have mercy. And speaking of, music and everything, we got to talk about Drake, because Drake done sat up here and withdrew his Grammy nominations. And they said that it was a decision that was made by Drake and his management, and the Grammys honored the request, although his motivation was unclear at the time of this article's publication. Why would he do that? Do y'all think it got anything to do with Astro World? That just doesn't sound right. It's like, because I feel like whatever nominations he was in, he could have likely won. I guess it just depends on who else was in the category with him. But I'm wondering if it could have had something to do with the Astro World, because I don't want to believe that now all of a sudden you feel like you don't need the validation from the Grammys, so you withdrew it. But then the other thing made me wonder, is Drake going to work on his own type of Grammy show or something like that? But then I feel like I was thinking too far down the road. It's like, girl, bring it back, scoot back just a little bit, bring it back. It ain't that deep. Okay, so maybe it's just that it probably could have something to do with Astro World. I'm wondering. Girl, y'all still in these comments arguing, honey, about Miss Mimi. Hilarious. Y'all is up here arguing about Miss Mariah and Miss Adele, honey. I can't. Thank you so much, Spicy Fries. Okay, we got over 200 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. Looks like we only have 68 likes there. Please come in and just tap the like. He was only nominated for 2, but I didn't consider the Astro World situation. That's the only controversial thing that's kind of happened, is him being tugged into what was going on already. So I'm wondering if that's why he probably snatched it up. Like, what's that about? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And speaking of Astro World, because we got to talk about Travis Scott as well. It looks like he has, he's trying to fight back, y'all. Y'all know he got a ton of lawsuits after this situation happened at Astro World when he did the festival. It was like 10 people that ended up, passing away. A lot of people that got injured, honey. So now that everybody has thrown out these lawsuits and stuff, even a 9-year-old boy, I believe 9 or 10-year-old, ended up passing away. He wanted to pay for the funeral expenses and stuff, but the family said, no, that's dead, because we want your life. We finna snatch everything from you, so we suing you, right? Well, it looks like he's finally starting to fight back. They're saying that Travis Scott is issuing his first legal response to the numerous lawsuits that name him as related to the Astro World tragedy. Now, on Monday, Scott filed a response to 11 lawsuits naming the rap star as a defendant regarding the Astro World Festival event in Houston last month. Girl, in the filing, Scott and his company generally deny the allegations made in the lawsuits and respectfully request that the claims against these defendants be dismissed with prejudice, and that these defendants be granted such other and further relief, both at law and in equity, to which they are entitled. Now, this is interesting when they say these defendants. I'm like, okay, I guess you meant, they said Travis Scott and his company. So they want to be released from this. Now, I don't know, y'all. I feel like he should not have to bear majority responsibility, especially if you went through a promoting company And the promoting company was responsible for selling the tickets, organizing everything, and all of that. I feel like the only thing Travis Scott is really guilty of is not stopping the concert if he truly knew what was going on. So because of that, I feel like he should be held liable for something. But at the same time, I feel like whoever Live Nation, that's who it was, okay? Live Nation should be the ones to have to, foot the bill for all of those people, because that's on y'all. And I also want to blame Houston PD as well for not securing the premises accordingly and making sure everything was how it needed to be, okay, to prevent such events from happening. I also feel like, I mean, if I was an attorney and they want to bring this to the stage and this and that, like, the artist can't fully control the crowd, but could possibly, you know what I'm saying? They could calm the people down, but at the same time, it's like when you go to a concert, you're aware of how things can possibly get, especially as a Travis Scott fan. You're familiar with how his concerts go, so you already knew what you were in for. So I feel like those, if I'm thinking about it, like, as like legal standpoint, it's like if I was an attorney, I would argue the fact that they have to share a bit of responsibility as well. But solely, more importantly, I think it should fall on Live Nation. But then I think Travis should also have to contribute something, right? Something. You're going to have to give up. You're going to have to pay something, sir. You was willing to pay for funeral expenses, so you're going to have to be willing to pay for a little more, okay? So there's that. I want to know y'all thoughts about this situation dealing with Travis Scott. That sucks, okay? That sucks. Girl, y'all is going in these comments about the Beyonce versus Destiny's Child. I cannot take it. It's hilarious. Okay, not Mariah and Sober Shaka. Good. If y'all Mrs. Purpose One says, I don't think all of this should be on Travis, but some. So they need to open them pockets up. I agree. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And did y'all hear about the article where they said that Travis and Kylie Jenner, although they're expecting another child, they're not in a relationship together? I kind of feel like there was lies. And I feel like that was her way of trying to disassociate herself again from what he probably got going on. Like, oh my God, we're not together. Don't try to cancel me, girl. But I am about to have his baby, though. Like, what? Like, that's what I was getting from. I'm like, girl, y'all know y'all together, girl. You ain't finna sit up here and lie to America like this, girl. I'm not for the deal. Okay, the free therapy Travis is offering ain't free. Then what is it? Mariah, not Mariah versus Mary. Somebody Mary J. Blige. Travis is the leader of his operation. Take responsibility, says Marlon. Kay said, Chris told, I bet you Chris did tell her to say that, or put it in the article and told somebody else to say that. They be controlling a lot of these networks, honey. We could talk about Travis as an artist, but he marketed to kids heavy. Ooh. The Kardashians will separate themselves from drama. Absolutely. Yeah, Travis has to bear a good portion of responsibility because he's had these types of incidents happen at previous concerts. I feel like that's a good argument for both sides. I feel like as his attorney defending him, it's like, yeah, but your client should share some type of responsibility of understanding how it goes. But at the same time, he should as well, because he too knows how it goes when you have concerts and what's liable to happen, or what's likely to happen when you're hosting these concerts. Just like when Meg Thee Stallion, oh girl, we still haven't found out the details about that. Ain't they going to court this month, or did it already happen? Girl, we still trying to figure out what is going on. Girl, a whole year later, girl, we're gonna be in 2022 before we find out the truth. Who's gonna write the book first? Anyway, girl, let's go ahead and move on. Speaking of getting shot and everything, honey. They're saying that Lil Wayne allegedly pulled a gun out on his security. And because this happened, right, I believe he said that he felt like people was talking too much or something. They was telling too much of the beeswax. So he ended up getting into it with one of the security guys. Well, it seems like one of the security people has come back and, well, not just him, but like sources are saying that the incident they're saying has happened ain't true. But of course, they're saying it's not true now after the police said that they about to open up an investigation based on what they heard. And I just feel a way about it. Like, not who's there. The police. Scoop back. Who told y'all to come and do an investigation? Did anybody file a complaint? Then why are you here? Why are you here? Ain't nobody filed no complaint, girl. We just talking about stuff. All of this is speculation for the blogs, okay? This is just like what we do. Why is you here at this man, though? Trying to do an investigation that ain't got nothing to do with you. See, y'all got real crimes going on. Okay, somebody child still missing, and some of these murders are still unsolved, and you want to come over here with Lil Wayne. Get it together. Get it together. Go find you some business. Stop harassing folks. I didn't understand that. They act like the man done shot the gun. He just pulled it out. He probably pulled it out and sat it on the table just like that. I don't know what he did, and y'all don't either. Leave the man alone. Okay, scoop back. Just a little bit. Girl said, y'all be out. Girl, if y'all don't harass celebrities, I don't know who do. Girl, y'all worse than the folks down there in the comments under all the blogs. Girl, we're going to go ahead and investigate in this case. So we heard some things over here at TMZ. But did anybody file a report? No, we just heard some stuff over here that happened at TMZ. But did anybody file a report, sir? Well, we about to file one now. Like, I can't. And be the man, would you like to file one? Scoot over. Sir in the back with the hat on. Yeah, look up. Would you like to file a report? Like, we're not. Calm down, baby. Bothering people. I don't understand it. Let's move on, child. Let's scoot over. Let's talk about Tay Diggs and Miss Girl. Let's talk about Tay Diggs and April. So y'all know they was caught out hopping out of a car together. Okay, so they got a lot of footage of this and everything. And people are wondering whether or not they're together. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I don't think they are. It could be true. They need more people. I need more proof, okay? But I feel like they're not. I'm wondering, at least that's what I want to believe, that they're not together. And I say that because April has been doing a lot of acting lately, right? So she and Tay weren't the only people to get out of the car. It was two other individuals. Now, this could have been a double date, honey. It could have been IDK. But because she's been acting, it could have also been that they booked a role, they just finished filming, and they all headed to go to a restaurant that evening. And it just happened to look a bit of sketch. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to need additional details to drop. I'm going to need more info to follow for me to believe that. Okay? And I just feel away if she did hop from Dr. Dre and then went over here to Tay, girl, what's going on? What's going on? So I don't know. I don't believe it. I feel like they were probably working on a project together. And they just all happened to be going out to eat because that's what actors do sometimes, right? She's been getting booked for some stuff. So there's that. Yeah, probably a movie or something, right? Tay Love Life just been all over the place since leaving his white wife child. White wife child. Oh, you mean wife and child? Wasn't April just with Dr. Dre? She was. She was just with him, so I don't know what's going on. Now he like the complexion of snow. Girl. Y'all are a mess tonight. What is going on? Y'all are a mess. Right. April just getting her money, though. That's all she's doing. She collecting her checks. But I think that she's collecting her checks from the gigs that she's booking, meaning acting. Right? But I ain't gonna lie. If I was on set with Tay Diggs and I'd have hopped out the car, girl, and y'all want to believe that we in a relationship, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and believe whatever you want to believe, honey. Please believe, because then now everybody gonna be trying to tune into what I got going on, which is okay as long as y'all give me more opportunities so that I can go out and act. All right. Right. I know it's the complexion of snow. I cannot take it. I can't. I'm gonna take it and use it, but I can't take it right now. April is don't do that. Not a piss around. Listen, I hear you. I know you feel like April's a pass around, but I'm waiting for the moment that Omarion becomes one. Okay. Let people in, Omarion. Hilarious. I will be posting pics with him on my shoulder. I can't. Why can't April be a pass around? Get that money, girl. I mean, dudes pass around all the time. That's what we've been seeing Nick Cannon do. He has all of these children. You know, Future has definitely been a pass around. But when we see the men do it, we laugh and think it's funny and everything. But when women do it, it's like she's a pass around. Okay, she's a got a different every day of the week. It's cool. Not trying to put a rush on you. I had to let you know that I got a crush on you. Girl, Omarion and let me tell you, Omarion and that brother, listen to me. Listen to me. Girl, they mama was in that kitchen working. You hear me? Miss Man was working that thing down to the ground when she got pregnant with both of them, honey. Not a cheap pass around. I can't. I will never respect her because of that situation with Omarion and Lil Pop, Lil Fizzle Pop, child. Bow Wow, Future, Trey Songz, Chris Brown, all of them are pass around. They are. And I don't even know how Bow Wow even became a pass around, girl. I guess the kids love them some shot. I think a lot of celebs, male and female, are pass arounds. Look at Future. Girl, look at just everybody. Look at the industry. Look at the industry. I don't know. It might be over. The court case, it might be over, honey. But let me tell you what's not over. Now, Miguel and Nazani. Okay, so they ended up like probably about 2 months ago, you know, they talked about splitting from each other. They had been together for probably, I feel like 10 years. So she was with this man before he became Miguel. They've been dating for a long time, you know, on and off and stuff. She even wanted to pursue like a musical career herself. But unfortunately, that didn't get to, you know, work out for her. She really definitely supported him wholeheartedly. And then years and years and years down the road, they eventually got married, which is what she wanted. And then here we are where they were about to get a split. And you know, of course they were ending the relationship on a positive note, but I just kind of felt the way because I'm like, why you sat up here about them wasted all this lady time? But again, he didn't waste it all by himself. She wasted it too. But it seems like they're working things out. They're saying Nazanin and Miguel have reunited 2 months after the split, after she recovers from LASIK eye surgery. I'm like, y'all got to give us all the lady business like that. What if she didn't want us to know that she would have a LASIK eye surgery? But anyway, girl, where did you have it at? Let us know. Nazanin and Miguel are proving that exes can still be friends. A little over a month after this pair split, Nazanin posted a video to her Instagram story showing that she reunited with the singer while recovering from LASIK surgery. On Tuesday, the 35-year-old actress and model took to Instagram to reveal that she had the surgery or whatever. And it looks like he's been there to support her. It's like they are really, truly best friends. That's what it's giving me. And I don't see the two really fully going through with a divorce. I think they're going to continue to be together. And hopefully they end up, you know, going forward and having them some babies too. So that's what I want to see. Y'all, I mean, clearly y'all intertwined at the hip. Might as well just stay together and hopefully they can have some kids too. I hope it works, but they filed once. I give it 2 years. Ooh, that is kind of how it seemed like it go, right? When they file, eventually it's going to come back up and then it's going to be final, right? At some point, they're going to go all the way through with it. I think they've been together since they were 18 years old. I'm glad for them. They might just needed to take a break and come back together. I mean, yeah, that's true. Yep, they probably just needed a break. And now they're, you know, reuniting and coming back together. But let me tell y'all I don't know what these people doing, girl. It's like reuniting and then it's separation. Girl, I don't know what they need to do, but they're going to have to figure it out. So Stevie J and Faith Evans, y'all saw where Stevie filed for like a divorce from her, then turned around and did a video talking about how, oh, this is my wife, and saying all this nice, positive stuff about Faith. But then also at the same time, well, actually he filed for the divorce, I believe, accusing her of cheating. Then he put the camera all on her face, right? When she was trying to go to sleep and she was yelling at him to leave her alone. Okay, he was mad that she brought some people up in the house and stuff and wanted to know why she cheated all in the bed or whatever. Girl then got up here and apologized about his behavior, but then turned around, girl, and now he requesting that the judge give him spousal support from Miss Faith, but want to make sure that the judge doesn't grant her spousal support from him. I said, "Oh, what the fuck kind of shit is this?" If this ain't some Jocelyn Hernandez, I should have known. I should have known that Stevie J getting Faith Evans was not going to change anything. I should have known. I should have known he was still the same old Stevie J. Okay? Girl, it's a mess. They're saying when Stevie J filed for a divorce from Faith Evans, he asked the judge to require her to give him spousal support. Evans is now contesting his request by asking the judge to terminate the court's ability to give him spousal support. Girl, we thought y'all was just happy. It was all good just a week ago. Then when he filed the divorce, she went onto social media and gave him a happy birthday shout out or something like that. Like, we can't wait till you get home. Girl, I don't want no parts of this toxicness. I don't want no parts of it, honey. I don't want it. So he wanted Faith to help him pay his child support. And that's trifling. That's trifling. That's messed up. Not Stevie J acting like a dependent. Girl, hear me. How broke is Stevie? Faith hasn't released a popular song in decades, okay? And she hasn't, and still got money. And still bringing in some coins. Now, I also don't know what of Biggie Small's catalog she owns, because she was his wife. But girl, let P. Diddy tell her, honey, ain't nobody finna get that. Ain't nobody finna get that. I don't even think Biggie Small mama got nothing. Faith should have what? She should have never gotten with him. Should have never. He does have 6 kids. Ooh, he does, but most of them are older. I wonder if he still owed that child support like that. This man wants support, but ain't paid his child support. Yikes. Another reason why the judge should strike it down. No, sir. Mimi somewhere laughing. She probably is. And glad. She probably somewhere sipping wine, glad she dodged that bullet. And Jocelyn is too. Jocelyn wanted so bad to be married to this man. I know she's so happy. I know she's like, oh, God, thank you. Thank you. But she owns her masters, I believe. And what I read that she did get a huge chunk of Biggie's estate. Okay, so, I mean, I could see that for sure. Girl, now he still owed child support on Savannah or Savannah. Honey. Girl, this is messy. Oh, that's a messy. Girl, let me switch over, honey. Let me switch over to something else that's a messy, girl. Girl, this court case, this trial, this too much. This trial right here, this a lot. This a lot. Let me see what y'all said over here in the chat, because I need to know if y'all felt like he was guilty or if you felt like he was not guilty, child, or if you just don't. Oh, girl, not 68% guilty. Girl, I'm with the 26%. I don't know. I don't know. Girl, y'all should have heard me and my guy talking about it. My man was like, girl, you don't cut this. That boy did this. He said all this shit. He really believes that Jussie did this. And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm not saying that he did until the jury says what it is. Okay, period. But there's this guy named Matt Finn that's been giving us details about the case. Okay. Y'all, it's so many tweets. Let me find some stuff, because y'all, this right here was crazy. Okay, so let me scroll up. I don't want to read it. So Jussie Smollett testifies on the stand. Okay, first night he met Bola, one of the brothers. They did weed and a line of the snow. Let me say that. Okay, they did weed and a line of the snow together, and then they went to a club. Then they went to a bathhouse together. What's a bathhouse? I don't know about that life. He also talked about how he would pay Bola for the money, and he would give him around like $200. Girl, this is like, I wasn't expecting all of this to come out about a case that was a hoax. All these hoaxes we be having going on around here. I guess. Okay, this was setting up Smollett getting training from the brothers. Okay, as far as like the meal plans and the workouts and stuff like that. Because he said Lee Daniels said that he was fat or whatever, so he wanted to go and work out. And I guess when you're doing that snow, honey, that snow probably gonna slim you down. I don't know. Y'all let me know. That's what I would want to believe, child. The way that you be seeing like the crack is and stuff like that. They be real tiny or whatever. So anyway, Smollett testifies he was at home when Empire called him to tell him that he got some hate mail, basically. So he felt because he got the hate mail, he wanted to drive all the way up to the studio so that he could see the hate mail for himself. I said, okay. When I read this, y'all, some part of me feel crazy for being unsure, right? Because it's not making no damn sense. Smollett testifies his face was very important or whatever, so he had some scars or something removed. Girl, this is a mess. He talked about how he didn't want Empire security because he liked to drive his own car and smoke his own stuff. But he also says that he is adamant that there was no hoax. This is what he's saying. Smollett says he was driving, he was smoking on something and texting a woman from MSNBC, right, regarding his appearance that was going to take place on January 27th. And that's when the brothers were actually in the car with him. And the brothers said that's when the whole plan was formulated in the car. And I'm sitting over here like, this ain't looking too good for Jussie. This ain't looking too good for Jussie. It is because, it got me thinking, y'all, I need help. Because you was about to go and sit down on MSNBC, have an appearance there. And what did we see on all of the news stations? We saw a lot of controversy as it pertains to politics. So then now we got this hoax that came about. And with this hoax that came about, you allegedly wanted to plot a MAGA situation to take place just right before you go onto MSNBC, which likely would have been a topic of conversation, right? Which would have probably have given him more publicity had he went onto that platform with that issue. Girl, this is what the... Girl, Melody Lewis, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Girl, y'all, follow me, okay? Jussie testifies that Bola, one of the brothers, called him the night of the attack to talk about Smollett's training and a meal plan. Smollett says Bola told him he had to eat 4 eggs. So Smollett talked about going to Walgreens to get eggs. Girl, what the... But if you was already working out, when you already know what you need to get, damn, Jussie, I'm leaning towards not believing you. And I really want to believe that you didn't do this because it's not making any sense. Smollett testifies it felt like Looney Tunes when he was... It felt like Looney Tunes when he was attacked. Someone massive came up to me, not even time to think. Girl, I'm about to be in tears. What? It felt like Looney Tunes when he was attacked. Girl, cut it out. Cut it out because I was getting my... Because I was getting my Smollett's response when asked why he didn't initially realize the noose was around his neck. Girl, the man said, because I was getting my... I could not sit in that courtroom, y'all. I would not be able to sit in that courtroom and get through this. I just couldn't. He says, I'm a black man in America and I don't trust the police. So that's what he said under oath. Jussie Smollett testifies under oath that CPD was putting out lies and leaks. Interesting. Smollett testified during investigation. He got a text from Don Lemon. I'm like, he out here name dropping everybody. Don Lemon, you done dropped, what's her name? Lee Daniels tried. Then he said he was talking to some lady over there at MSNBC. You just dropping everybody's stuff off. Girl, I want to believe him. Smollett on the Robert Roberts GMA interview, okay, every breath, every motion is chopped, so you really can't understand it, whatever. Smollett testified he turned down Alicia Keys. Now, Alicia Keys is somewhere wondering, how did I get added into this, okay? He turned down her invite to get on stage during the Grammys because he wanted to get up there as a singer and not a singer that got beat up. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Listen, okay. This is difficult for me for real because like I'm telling y'all, I really want to believe Smollett did not do this. But the way it's lining up not making sense. Do y'all remember when this incident took place, how Jussie later on, I think he got attacked, but he later on went and did a performance around that same weekend? Do y'all remember that? I cannot be the only one. He went and did like a performance. It was like a smaller setting where he ended up doing like a performance or something. So it's not adding up about how you turned down Alicia Keys' invite to get on stage, but then you did a whole nother, ooh, girl, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Okay. What else? Child, I cannot. Woo, let me keep going. Child, this man said he was going to retake the stand. Smollett just denied under oath any of the planning with the brothers. Tells Dan Webb he didn't tell them to use slurs, didn't tell them to buy red hats, and didn't do a dry run, which is what the guys were saying, okay? He says that he was texting, he was smoking weed while driving. Smollett testifies was the only strange or wrong thing going on when he and the brothers pretty much got together and they were in the car. He said the only thing he did wrong was him up there, you know, smoking weed and texting while he was driving. He says, oh no, I want to get to that other part where he says, okay. So this is, I believe the prosecutor is reading something. He says, look at me, I'm older. I do not understand Instagram. Special prosecutor Dan Webb tells Smollett in the court in a lighter moment in court. Smollett testifying about private instant messages on the night of the alleged attack. Okay, Webb says, I don't intend to do that sort. You can read. So basically, hold on, girl, because this shit right here was funny. Smollett interrupts. So when one of the prosecutors is talking, he's reading the text messages, right? And it got the N word in it. So the person is saying N-I-G-G-E-R this, N-I-G-G-E-R that, or whatever is being said. Okay, the N word was being said. So then that's when Smollett kind of interrupted him and said, excuse me, girl, excuse me. How can you in the middle of court? I don't know, y'all. I'm just like, I've never seen it in any of the court cases I watched. How can you in the middle of court interrupt the prosecutor and say, excuse me, can you spell or not say the N word out of respect for every African American that's in here? This is literally what he says. Okay, can you spell or say the N word out of respect for every African American in this room? You've been saying it a lot. Girl, I can't. Who do you think you're talking to? So then, so he go to Webb, he go to the special prosecutor. He said, I don't intend to do that sort. You can read your messages out loud. Here you go. And makes him read his own shit. Girl, I would have fell out in the courtroom, girl. They would have been arresting me. Because what I tell you, I would have hollered in the courtroom. Girl, I would have been behind bars, girl. They would have said, outburst, lock her up right there in the purple. Yes, get her. Don't let her go. Grab her by the braids, lock her up, and put her in the back, ma'am. You can't holler in the courtroom like that. Girl, I would have been screaming. Oh my God, I told that man, it's the audacity for me. Yeah, can you spell the N word or just not say it at all out of respect for every Black person that's in here? Okay, you've been saying it a lot. Okay, I mean, so I don't plan on doing that shit, but here you go. You can do it. Read your shit. Oh, girl, this is, girl, I need the Kenya Moore link to the court trial. Like, that's what I need the Kenya Moore link. Remember how Kenya Moore got on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip? And she had to go to court and she hated how the link was available to everybody. I need the link. Somebody send me the link to the trial, girl. I need to see this because I'm hollering, yo. That is crazy. It can be so in the courtroom. Girl, we got to move on to Tristan since we're speaking on the audacity, honey. Girl, these folk got me stressed out. That is funny. So Tristan, the audacity. Tristan Thompson is already been known. Mr. Guy then allegedly had another child, honey, a child that he's not really planning on taking care of, wasn't planning on taking care of, wanted to pay the girl 75 racks to get rid of. The girl was like, oh no, boo, you're not gonna do me. Okay, he's cheated on Chloe, God knows how many times. She was just there just hanging on. Now she ain't got nothing to say. Okay, you done pushed Jordan out the family. You tried to go at the girl that called him out earlier this year. You tried to go in on her, and then now here it is. We're back where we started. Girl, I can't. Y'all got to be careful when y'all be hooking up with people. Girl, they say the same way you get them gonna be the same way you lose them. Okay. So what they're saying now is that Tristan Thompson has asked the judge for a gag order because he doesn't want the woman that recently gave birth to his alleged child to be able to discuss the case. And he is okay with not discussing the case either. And they're also saying that he still don't plan on doing anything for the child. That's crazy. They're saying that I'm reading from U.S. Magazine, the NBA star filed a petition in Harris County, Texas on Tuesday, requesting a gag order that would prevent him and the personal trainer from speaking publicly about the case. Okay, the Canada native claimed that Nichols violated a confidentiality agreement that a judge put in place orally earlier in the proceedings. So I guess he was already trying to keep this away from the public, but she ended up coming out speaking her piece anyway. So he was trying to get ahead of the game, and it didn't even work. Right. U.S. Weekly confirmed that Nichols filed a paternity suit against Thompson back in June. The fitness instructor claimed that she and the Sacramento King Center conceived a child in March when he was in town for his 30th birthday. So it's giving for me, for the Summer Walker fans, wondering, London, do you even know this for real? Baby on her groupie for real. Are you serious? You didn't even know this lady, and you was just over here thanging that thing, and then she done sat up here and got pregnant, and now you over here trying to silence that thing. You weren't quiet when you was in it. But all right then, I guess, child. Let's see what else they saying. That's really it. They said Chloe was upset, and she should be. But I feel like she should be more upset with herself than she is upset with him. You know, but I guess she could be upset with him if he probably promised her that he wasn't going to go back to those old ways, only for him to go back to those old ways. I feel like that's totally effed up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that was cool at all. But she says, I repeat, do not feel sorry for Chloe. Well, there's that on that, honey. Karma is real. Hello, Jordan Craig. Okay, Jordan's somewhere laughing for real. Jordan over there tickled, baby. Tickled. They've been back together, never really broken up, honestly. Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about Travis now? I feel bad for Chloe. IDK, if I'm the only one, but it's hard sometimes to stop loving your baby daddy. It ain't that hard. It's not love your baby daddy. I'm speaking for myself. It's not that hard. I don't think. It's not that hard. Especially when he's a habitual cheater. Like, I can't believe a lawyer filed to try and have the case where the child was conceived. I can believe that because I feel like it lifts the control and the impact and the influence that he has. So if the child was conceived, if the child was conceived like in Canada, you know, then maybe they just don't want, you know, the decision to be influenced by where, by where Tristan is, possibly. So it went from Tristan third trimester Thompson to Tristan no plan B Thompson. He did not have a plan B. His plan B was at 75 racks. And she said, no, sir, I don't care about that. I don't want that. That's no. I'm just mystified as to why she stays. I hope she doesn't this time. I hope she doesn't. I think this is Chloe's first time having a child. And I think she really wanted that family to fit. I think she really wanted that. And it didn't work. You must teach people how to treat you, period. If Chloe continues to allow him in her life doing this mess, she must be okay with him stepping out. That's definitely what he gonna start thinking. He's gonna start feeling everybody's like, well, she might be okay with it. And you know, after a while, you learn people's mannerisms, their behavior, their responses to things, and he feels like, oh, she ain't gonna do that. She gonna go back to doing X, Y, and Z. She ain't even gonna make no big deal because at this point, he's probably thinking of her as a woman that'll never leave. She'll always be there. She ain't going nowhere. She'll always be there for me. I won't put a gag on his sweet meat. No, he won't put a gag on his sweet meat, but he wants the judge to put a gag order on the lady. Truth. You know, a story about Tristan cheating is about to drop when Chloe starts posting inspirational quotes. I'm hollering. Y'all is a mess in these comments. He never left his old ways and never intended on it. Girl, ain't no way I could be with somebody and just had a child by somebody and they could sit up there and kiss my sister's best friend and figure I'm gonna keep this mother around. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then you want to sit up here and drag this girl like she was the only person that participated in it and he didn't? Absolutely not, ma'am. You're gonna have to go, sir. I can't. Time's up. Time's up. We're good. We're good, sir. Don't you worry at all. That's crazy to me. I mean, yeah, the gag. You mean the gag will be on him too, or you mean the gag order? Because he's okay with not talking about it, of course. He don't want nobody else to discuss this. I can't. Chloe is delusional, and clearly the surgery didn't help her self-esteem. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I don't know how hard it would be for me to get tired of someone publicly embarrassing me. It would be hard for me to not publicly catch a case for putting my hands on him. I don't feel for Chloe. Ooh, y'all don't went too far. I'm not reading it. Chloe's lack of confidence and self-esteem has reached a new low. She's not leaving Tristan. She better leave that man. Okay, what they say, drop that zero and get you a hero, Chloe. Oh, so this is what you call it was responding to. So you said Omar said she will stay. She wants what Kendall and you mean Chloe, what's her name? Oh, Kendall and Travis. You talking about Courtney and Travis? Because both of them dating a Travis, or Kylie and Travis. Girl, she need to get her a Travis. Is that what you're trying to say? She need to get her a Travis, honey. Because that's what somebody asked. They said, girl, what does Kylie and Travis have? I think he meant probably Courtney. Because ain't her man Travis Barker? Whereas the other sister Kylie is dating Travis Scott. Girl, they need to get them a little bit of a Travis, huh? Chloe needs to get one of Mel's God Said Go shirt and push on. He could have sent that $75K and I send a quick text right back and says, see you in court though, sugar. A lot of women would have did that too. They would have just took the money and been like, well, peace out, honey. See you later. It was cute. It was cute. All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and get ready to hop off. All right. Later on tonight, I will be over on Niecy Dixon's channel with the Ooh Ladies First panel. So you guys be sure to stop by, check us out, and enjoy the commentary and all. All right. That's all that I got, honey. I gotta go. I ain't got no more. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.